Okay, go ahead.
I was at Mansfield in '99, January 17th. I remember the date. Very nice night out at Mansfield Battlefield in Louisiana. And I had a friend of mine, Gene Goddard, and I were camping out Friday night, the day before they were going to be filming a Arkansas Tourist Board Civil War program. So we get up there a little bit early on Friday night. We expected a bunch of people there, but it was just us two. So we camped over there about 150, 200 yards from the museum. And I think this was at the center of the line in the thick of the battle. We camped out that night. It's very nice weather outside. Temperature is a little bit warmer than it is right now. It's probably about 45, 50 outside. It's a beautiful night. We were camped out in front of our campfire. And Gene and I were talking some subject I can't recall, because what happened after that just kind of startled us and spooked us the rest of the night. What we didn't see, but we heard this whatever it was that was walking past us. But as we were talking, we heard what sounded like people walking through a wooded area where there were a lot of leaves on the ground. You hear that shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Where we were, even in January, there weren't any leaves on the ground there, and the grass was cut real short. So there's no leaves to make a rustling sound. There was no wind out there at all. And what we heard was, it sounded like people walking from our right in front of us, about 20 yards away. And you could tell the direction the sound was, where it's coming from, which way they were going. They were going from our right, walking right in front of us to our left, like that. And Gene and I heard it at the same time, and I went, "You hear that?" He said, "Yeah." And I went, "What is that?" "I don't know, but it sounds like it's right in front of us, walking past us." And we could see that in the museum lights behind us, it made a backdrop where you could see anything coming past you. There was nothing there. So we just looked around for anything that we thought could have been the reason for it. We couldn't come up with anything. So that spooked me the rest of the night, because it was so real. There was no leaves out there. And the next day I was talking to the curator at the museum, and he told me that that area during the battle was heavily wooded. And where we were was not that heavily wooded. There's one or two trees around us. That's about it. The rest was pretty much open from the museum and all. So, you know, that spooked you a little bit more knowing that story. But that's my story.
Good, thank you. And how long have you been doing reenactment?